Hey guys, how's it going? Today, in this video, we're going to be diving into the r/battlestations subreddit. So, let's get started. Alright, let's start at the top. So, this looks like a very simple and clean setup. Single monitor, has a nice clean black PC build in the background, and I love what they do with these peg hole organizers up here because it's an awesome way to show off your tech that you have. Use it as kind of an art piece, display it, and also have it within arm's reach of you in case you need it for something and want to switch out keyboards or mouse or whatever or grab a book off from the shelf up there. So this is a very clean single monitor setup. I think there's a little too much clutter on the desk behind it. I think it would look a lot better without that there. And this balloon kind of makes it look a little trashy, but besides that, it's a pretty clean setup. Moving on right here, 4 days ago, 4K upvotes. This is pretty clean. I wouldn't say it's an end game setup. This is just a well managed space, I'd say. It's got a nice desk. It's a 2-person desk, but he's using it as a 1-person desk and has the PC off on the side and has his racing sim tucked in the corner over here. I don't think it's worth this many upvotes. I think it's a really nice setup, but the space is just managed really well. I don't think anything about the setup necessarily is too special. It's just a curved monitor, a mini screen underneath it. This guy is probably just a work from home dude who is doing some kind of emailing a lot for his job, and that's probably it with the single monitor. But nevertheless, I do like it a lot with the racing sim, especially right next to it. But like I said before, it's just a good use of space. It's not really that impressive of a setup. I'm not even going to go over this one. It's a pretty simple single monitor setup with a bunch of clutter on the desk, PC underneath, pretty small space to keep your feet. I don't know if I would like that. Now this looks like a dream with this guy in the background and that cat right there. I don't know what that bread is doing right there. They just ate that, or they're going to eat that, or what. But the desk is a little small for this type of setup, and I feel like this monitor is a little close. It'd almost be right in your face if you're typing. I mean, think about if you had a monitor that started where your escape key was. That's where that monitor basically is. The mic is in a good spot, I'd say. It's kind of out of the way too, which is good. And they got a cool stream deck right there. I'd say the whole mood is set pretty well with the color scheme, and I think this is probably the best setup we've seen so far. This is a cool little in the room setup. Obviously they don't have that much space. They have their PC underneath the desk on the wood floor, and then obviously the cables are just routed behind there and through to their monitors. I do like this setup. I love having a screen, a main screen, a side monitor, and then one above for any kind of BS that you want to put up there, whether it's a YouTube video, some lo-fi, looks like what you have going. I like to do the same exact thing. Just have something on that top screen, whether it's a soccer game or a lo-fi video, just playing while I'm working and doing other things. So I really like the monitor setup. The PC looks awesome under there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit and get a better look. It is a super nice build, assuming you built it yourself. I think this is a super cool setup, but not better than this one. But now this one definitely takes the cake. It's like a throw up of Hello Kitty and pink, but if that's the theme that you're going for, I am glad that you went into it hard like you did. This is absolutely awesome. I love almost everything about this setup, from the color scheme to the wallpaper to the monitor setup. This one is a little weird to have over on your right like that and have to turn your whole entire body to look at it. But again, it might be for lo-fi or just some kind of sports game that you're not really paying attention to. And in that case, that would be awesome. But if it has its own dedicated PC, that would be even cooler. But as far as the whole theme of a setup and the setup in general, I think this is the winner for sure. Right here we have a chicken and a setup, pretty minimalistic setup. I like the keyboard. This looks like a cheap one you can get off Amazon that I customized right here. And the mouse, just your plain old mouse, probably a Razer, but it's just a simple laptop setup with a monitor. I mean, you can't get any more basic than that. This one reminds me a lot of my setup I have right now. It's a TIE Fighter setup, which basically means you have two landscape and one that's regular portrait mode, or you have two portraits, and one landscape, like this is right here. It's a nice looking keyboard. You got a nice what is that, a G-Force mouse, Polk audio speakers, it looks like, maybe, and then, oh my god, more speakers right there, and then his PC in the background right there. And I love when people incorporate some greenery into their setups. I think it makes it look so good. I have some plants in my setup, and I think it makes it look a lot better and cleaner. And then, speaking of plants, here is a post titled greenery with a bunch of greenery in it. I think this is a super clean setup. The one thing I would do is change out this orange for a black accents on your keyboard, but besides that, this whole setup is honestly pretty good to look at. I enjoyed a lot. I'd still think the winner for today is the Hello Kitty pink throw up setup, but we will keep looking through a few more to see if we can have one dethrone them. Again, with the green, I love the green. This might be too much green. I think this might be a girl's setup now with all of this green in here. But that is a really good looking single monitor clean setup. I think that's actually the same as this one right here, just from a different view. I really like this backboard, what you did with these lights and the plants. I have a plant board right here too, and I have a kind of black backboard against my computer as well. So we have a very similar taste in the way we want our computers set up. Your computer is also in a very nice spot where you can see it from your sitting position, which is awesome because you obviously spent a lot of time customizing that PC. You even got the LCD screen above it right there, which looks awesome, along with some anime guys sitting on it. But keyboard as well is super clean. I really like that keyboard. Overall, this is a super clean setup. Nice job, Snoo10155. Alright, for the last two today, we have this one, which is actually utilizing the same panels I have in my office, these white ones, but I have black ones. Very good looking PC. The monitor setup is, I guess I enjoy that. I like the stacked monitors. They're both the same size. I would recommend going with a bigger one, a TV above, maybe on the shelf up there, as a third monitor that you can play some sports or YouTube on. That's what I like to use my fourth monitor for. The mic's in a good position. I can see you got a PS3 controller and a nice audio mixer to go along with it. Also, the chair blends in nice with your setup too. Last but not least, we have this one right here, which is a pretty nice looking setup. We got a white theme with some orange background and orange tint in the PC case. This is a very clean setup, and I do like now it's kind of growing on me when monitors aren't pushed together. They have some space in between. I thought that you always had to have monitors pushed up super close to each other or else it didn't look good, but the more and more I see it without it being pushed up against each other, the more I start to like it. So we're going to end on that one right there, and that is our first video going through the Battlestations subreddit. And the winner for this episode of r/Battlestations is the Hello Kitty room. Of course, you guys probably saw this coming, but this throw up of pink with this awesome monitor setup with the space in between it and the PC in the middle, I think is just awesome and catches the eye just right. And this is the winner for this episode. So if you like that video and want to check out some more videos from me, then check out this video right here, because it is the video that YouTube thinks that you will like the most of mine. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and check you in the next one.